Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a formula feeding guide video for you. My first daughter was exclusively formula fed pretty much from day one. We left the hospital doing formula with her. If you want to see a whole video about why I didn't breastfeed with her, I can go ahead and link that here for you. But we did exclusively formula feed her for about 13-ish months. My second daughter, I breastfed her for about 6 weeks, and then for about 6 weeks she has been doing formula now. So we've done both for her. So overall, collectively, I have almost a year and a half experience with exclusive formula feeding. So I thought I would pass on some of the things you're going to need, some of my useful little tips and tricks, and some of my favorite products that I have found from formula feeding. So if you guys are interested in all of that, stay tuned. Obviously, what and how you feed your baby is a very personal choice. Every baby and every family is different. Also, I'm clearly not a professional, so you should definitely discuss formula feeding and all of your options with your child's pediatrician. You, of course, always want to do what is best for your baby. Fed is best, whether you do breastfeeding or formula feeding. It's all great and wonderful. So I just wanted to share some of the things that have worked really well for us, some of the things that we have enjoyed. I hope that you find this useful, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the very first thing, obviously, you're going to need some kind of formula. This is totally a personal choice. It's completely up to you. They make all kinds of specialty formulas. They have the advanced ones, the just for newborns, the regular kind, the soy kind, the sensitive kind, the colic kind. They have a ton of different types, ton of different brands. So this is totally a personal choice for you. We have done Similac with both girls. Emma is actually allergic to the normal stuff, so she has soy, but Ellie did just the normal regular Similac for her whole life. But again, it's totally up to you, and all formula is FDA regulated. So the stuff that is in the Parents' Choice Walmart brand is the same stuff that is in the Enfamil Similac name brand. So you can buy store brand of formula. It is regulated. Just so you know, if you want to go with the cheaper stuff, that is definitely an option. It's not going to poison your baby. The nutritional value is definitely there for both. The name brand stuff might have some different like additives and extra ingredients, but the basic formula ingredients are the same, name brand or store brand. Definitely be sure to do your own research and pick out what works for your baby and for your budget and all of that. But obviously, you need formula. The next thing you're going to need, of course, are bottles. We start out with the little 4-ounce Philips Avent bottles. This is what Emma is still currently using at 3 months old, but of course, once they start drinking more than 4 ounces, you need to switch to a bigger bottle. So Ellie switched straight over to the 9-ounce Philips Avent bottle. We have the natural kind as well as the anti-colic kind. They're both kind of the same in my opinion, doesn't really matter. This is just what we got at our baby shower, and she seemed to like them, so we continued to use these. We also have used the NUC bottles as well, and these are 10 ounces. And Ellie really has no preference between the two. She's taken both of them. They both worked really well for us. They've both held up really well through, I mean, countless uses and washes. So these are both really good, really recommended bottles, but these are the only two that we personally have tried. There's a bazillion different brands and types and nipples and flows and whatever. We have always only ever given her stage 1 and stage 2 nipples, so that means there is 1 or 2 holes in the nipple. We just never like graduated her to a 3 or 4 or 5 hole nipple. She took these just fine, so we just kept her with these because she did fine with it. So here is just the different shape to give you an idea. The NUC bottle has like a flat end and a curved end, and then the Avent one is just a regular nipple. So like I said, these are the only 2 brands of bottles that we have used, and we've had good luck with them. But I know a lot of people really like Tummy Tippy. A lot of people really like the Dr. Brown's. So again, do your research, try out what works for you. but once your baby finds a bottle that they like, stick with that. As far as the amount of bottles to buy, we keep around 8 bottles at our house, and we have a couple at my in-laws' house as well. It's nice to have enough for all of the feeds that you do during the day and night, and then an extra for the diaper bags. So if your baby is eating 7 times a day, you would want to have 8 bottles to have 1 for the diaper bag, and then 7 so that you only have to wash once a day. Again, that's totally personal preference. If you want to just buy a 3-pack and keep washing them over and over and over, that's totally fine too. But I do recommend having 1 for every feeding around the clock. So however many times your baby is going to eat, that's how many bottles I would buy. Let's talk about cleaning the bottles. You have a couple of different options here. We personally started with just your good old-fashioned bottle brush. This one is from Munchkin. This is the same original bottle brush that we got for Ellie, so this is going on a 1.5 years old now of consistent, if not constant use. So this has a little nipple brush that screws into the bottom, and this has held up really, really well for us. We haven't had to replace it. It's been 1.5 years, and this thing is used at least once every single day. So definitely make sure you have some kind of bottle brush. And then to go along with that, if you're hand washing bottles, you're gonna want a drying rack of some sort so that you can get all of the moisture out of the bottles and the nipples completely. This is the Boone drying rack. It looks like a little grass lawn. It's so cute, and I love this thing. Again, this has gone through so much use. We've had this since her baby showers, so this has been through the ringer, and it's still holding up absolutely perfectly. They make a bunch of different attachments for this as well. They have like branches and flowers and stuff that you can stick in here that hold the nipples and whatnot. We have just used it just like this and sat everything on top, and it's been perfect for us. But I do recommend some kind of bottle drying rack. This one is cute, and it also works really, really well, so I highly recommend. Even though it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other brands you can get at the store, I think it's totally worth it. It's good quality, it's held up, it's cute. I recommend. Around the time Ellie was about 6 months old, I finally got a dishwasher basket from Amazon, and it changed my life. If you are exclusively formula feeding, do yourself a favor and get one of these. I still don't put Emma's bottles in the dishwasher because they are just the little 4-ounce ones, and they tend to kind of tip all over the place. With the bigger ones, you can stick them on a peg so that they don't go flying when the dishwasher is going. But with the smaller ones, you definitely want to just hand wash these. You can put all of the nipples and rings in here. I even use this for like toddler silverware and stuff too in the dishwasher. And this is amazing. This has saved me so much time. It's so convenient. It is definitely worth the $15 that you will spend on this, and I highly recommend, if you're formula feeding, get one of these. It will save you so much time washing nipples alone. So, dishwasher basket, pro tip. Burp cloths. Get yourself a lot of burp cloths. Formula fed babies tend to need to burp a lot more frequently than breastfed babies. Homemade burp cloths are the absolute best, but if you have to go out and buy some, the Gerber trifold cloth diapers are the best burp cloths that you will find. They're dirt cheap, they're super absorbent, they're just plain white, they're wonderful. I also recommend the Aiden and Anai burpee bibs. Those are the most absorbent thing I have ever found, and Ellie was a puker. I'm talking like mouthfuls of spit up. She would soak through 1 or 2 burp cloths with every feeding. She definitely had some kind of reflux or allergy issue going on, but yeah, she was a heavy puker, and I loved the Aiden and Anai burp cloths. We also actually used a lot of receiving blankets as burp cloths. We got some receiving blankets for our baby shower, and they are just a little bit smaller than swaddle blankets, like muslin blankets, so they weren't really good for very long. We could use them for about the first 2 months, and then she kind of grew out of them, so we would use the receiving blankets as a burp cloth because it would cover pretty much your entire shirt when you put it over you. So that's another little pro life hack if you have a heavy puker, use receiving blankets. Walmart sells them in 4-packs for pretty cheap, and like I said, they cover way more area than just a little burp cloth on your shoulders. So if you need heavy duty protection, receiving blankets are where it's at. The only burp cloths that I don't recommend are the like 100% cotton ones. They do not absorb anything. I have a couple that are Carter's brand and they are just not good. You definitely need a heavy absorbency type material, so definitely don't go for cotton. So let's talk for a minute about traveling with formula. Traveling with formula can be easier than breastfeeding because you can give a baby a bottle anywhere you're at. You don't have to find a spot to sit down. You don't have to pull out a cover. You don't have to find a secluded area. You can just mix up a bottle and give it to them while you're pushing through the aisles of Target. I have done that many a times, and formula is very convenient on the go for that reason. But you also have to plan ahead way more and you have to pack way more. Obviously, you need to have a bottle. I like to fill it up with warm or hot water if it's during the winter time before we leave the house, and then take my little formula container. That makes for a really quick and easy dump in when you're at wherever you're at. You don't have to go find water if you pre-fill these. So I definitely recommend pre-filling with water before you leave your house. We started both girls on room temperature bottles from day one so that they wouldn't get used to needing their bottle to be warm in order to drink it. And that was a lifesaver because we could just take a bottle of room temperature water with us for road trips and whatnot, and we didn't have to worry about trying to find like a microwave or a bottle warmer or some kind of hot water source. We could just give them room temperature water and give it to them straight like that. So I definitely recommend, if you plan on formula feeding from the get-go, don't get them used to a warm bottle, just give them room temperature water. This formula container is the Philips Avent brand. I like it because the little divider inside is removable. So when they're done with the formula stage, I can use this for any kind of little snacks and whatnot for them. That's why I got this one in particular, but any of these little divided formula containers is a must have. This is hands down our #1 most used baby item of all time. Of everything our children have used, this is the most used item. It's so convenient. We use it in the diaper bag. We also use it in the middle of the night for late night feedings, because instead of having to deal with the can and opening and scooping and measuring and everything, you can just turn this to the section, open it, and dump it in. It's so convenient, so fast, and this is also perfect for on the go. It's wonderful, wonderful item. If you are formula feeding, please get yourself one of these. Let's talk about just a few extra items that are really helpful to have. The first one being a bottle warmer. The reason you would want a bottle warmer is because you are supposed to make formula in 2-ounce increments only. So if your baby only drinks 3 ounces of formula, you have to make a 4-ounce bottle anyway. What do you do with the extra ounce? You don't want to be throwing that away, obviously, because formula is very expensive. So we will take the extra ounce and put it in the fridge, and then the next time she's ready for a bottle, we will go ahead and add 2 ounces to the 1 ounce, because you have to make them in 2 ounces. So we'll add 2 more ounces of formula and put it in the bottle warmer to warm up the cold formula. Or if it's the middle of the night, baby's cluster feeding, they only drink a little bit, you have a ton left over, you stick it in the fridge, and you can warm it up later with a bottle warmer. You should never, ever, ever, ever put formula in the microwave. It will get hot spots in it that can burn your baby's mouth. So you either need to use hot water to warm up the bottle, you can boil it and stick the bottle in it, whatever, but you cannot use the microwave. So if you're gonna heat up cold formula, hot water or a bottle warmer are the only ways that you should safely do it. So we got the cheapest bottle warmer that they had on Target's website at the time. I think it's from the brand Summer Infant. It's not great, it does the trick. If you want to give your baby only warm bottles, you're definitely going to want to invest in a better bottle warmer. But like I said, we always did room temperature, so we just needed something cheap to get it from fridge temperature to room temperature. So with formula feeding, you should also have some kind of rocking chair. We got a glider chair for the nursery for around $100 from Walmart. We've used the crap out of it, and it is still holding up really, really well. With our second baby, we also went ahead and got a recliner for the living room, and that has been so great to have as well. So whether you want to spend $100 or $500, $600, $700, $800 and up, totally up to you, but definitely make sure you have some kind of rocking chair. I recommend that with breastfeeding as well, because having somewhere to sit to feed your baby comfortably makes a huge difference. And the last item I'm going to mention is some kind of boppy or nursing pillow. Even if you are bottle feeding, I recommend having a boppy pillow. It's just a nice place to prop the baby up. It can be super comfortable if you're feeding the baby in bed to have somewhere to set the baby and just hold the bottle. It's really, really great if you have a C-section to get the weight off your stomach. It's great if you have other kids, older siblings that want to hold the baby. And it's great for during the 3-month age range when they're not sitting, but they want to sit up and look around. You can rest them in the boppy. So I highly recommend some kind of nursing pillow, even for formula feeding. That is it, you guys, for my formula feeding guide. I hope that you found this useful. I hope that this was helpful. You learned a couple things, maybe some products to pick up. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.